Good morning, everybody. It's Artifacts and Big Racks. And I'm going to show these jigs here. These were used in the Atlantic Ocean. They're saltwater jigs. Both of them are the same weight and brand. Nothing really uncommon. Probably used to catch cod. But the story behind these, now that's interesting. Today is September 11th, and I thought I would talk about a guy who, well, he was a hero, and he's somebody you're not going to read about really that much in the papers or heard about his name on the news. But Terry O'Brien gave these to me. Now, Terry O'Brien, back in 2001, September 11th, he was a facilitator for the Sprint Corporation on first shift, and he was a material handler. So like shipping and receiving, he had, his fingers on the manifest as far as all that's concerned, and he took care of equipment that was coming in and out, and that was his job. Well, on that day, we all know what happened on September 11th, and well, Terry was there at work at the 60 Hudson Street site in New York City, and he saw what had happened. He, without permission, jumped into a Sprint corporate van and started driving people that were injured from the 9/11 site to hospitals, and he'd done this all day long, taking people there and then going back and picking up more, and over and over. Now, our company at the time was Thorcom Communications, and he got recognized in the company newsletter for his heroism. And but that wasn't half the story. This man's seen some horrific things. You hear stories of people jumping to their death. It happened. It happened. And Terry was so overcome with these images that he couldn't hardly go to work. He couldn't hardly go back into New York City to the 60 Hud Street site and go back to work. So he got transferred. They said, well, we'll transfer you. Well, he got transferred to Springfield, Massachusetts. And he was given to me. He was put underneath my wing on third shift in the switch data installation in a central phone office. I was a network system specialist, a level 3. I didn't work outside. I worked in the mainframes. So they gave him to me. Here you go, Andy. You take care of Terry. He's going to work with you for a while. So I had him for a week or two. And this man, the stories he told, I'm not going to get into the length of it. It was horrible, horrible things this man had saw. And the fear and the threat of danger. And he kept going back and saving people. And this guy was he was an Irishman, as Irish could get. His name was Terry O'Brien. I'm talking hard-fisted, hard-fighting, hard-drinking, tough guy. And I can't stress the fact how shaken this man was, how emotional. So after 2 weeks, he was retransferred back to New York. And he brought these into work and gave these to me as a gift. So these were given to me by Terry O'Brien after 9/11 as a gift, and he said, I'm sorry for being a pain in the you-know-what, in the butt. And he gave those to me. And I just can't say, thanks to him and any other person who was involved. It helped protect the country, and I feel so sorry for those aggrieved parties. That it's just so horrible. But thanks, Terry. I don't even know if you're still alive. It's been 18 years now, and I've moved back to Ohio, and it's been so long since I've heard from him. Or I worked with his nephew, and he was a really solid guy too. But Terry O'Brien, a 9/11 hero. Yep. I went to New York, to Times Square, 2 weeks after that. If you look back in the histories, like MTV, Jennifer Lopez came back to New York, 2 weeks or so after 9/11, and went to MTV on a Friday, and that's when I was there, because I saw her twice. I saw her on the streets. I was about 3 or 4 feet away from Jennifer Lopez, and then I also saw her in a studio window. But there was so much security there. 2 weeks after 9/11, and the trucks coming in and out, and some of the smells, I don't even want to get into all that. There was some horrible smells, and it wasn't garbage. It was, it was, if you've been a hunter, there's some smells that are very awful. But I just wanted to make this short video here and say thank you to everybody that was a first responder, 9/11. I want to say thanks. And thanks to Terry. Still remember what you done. All right, everybody. Hey, thanks for listening, and we'll be seeing you.